One number in Washington can quietly change your credit card bill, your savings account, your car loan, and even the stock market. That number is called the federal funds rate. Sounds boring, right? But this one number is basically the price of money. Here's the simple version. The Fed, short for the Federal Reserve, is America's central bank. Think of it like the bank for banks. Banks sometimes borrow money from each other overnight. The interest rate they pay is called the federal funds rate, and when that rate changes, it slowly affects almost everything. If the Fed lowers rates, borrowing becomes cheaper. Credit cards may get a little cheaper, car loans may get cheaper, businesses can borrow money more easily, people and companies spend more. That is why investors get excited when the Fed cuts rates. But the Fed does not cut rates just to help the stock market. The Fed is trying to balance two things, jobs and prices. When the economy is slowing down, the Fed may cut rates to give it a boost. Cheap money helps people borrow, spend, and hire. But when prices are rising too fast, that is called inflation. Then the Fed may raise rates to slow things down. Expensive money makes people spend less, which can help cool prices. So think of the Fed like a driver. Lower rates are the gas pedal. Higher rates are the brakes. Now here's where people get confused. A rate cut does not mean every loan instantly becomes cheaper. Your credit card rate may react faster, but your 30-year mortgage is different because a mortgage depends on long-term expectations. Lenders care about inflation, the economy, and bond markets too, not just one Fed decision. So yes, rate cuts matter, but they don't magically fix everything overnight. Now let's talk about stocks. Why do stocks often rise when rates fall? First, companies can borrow money more cheaply. That can help them grow. Second, when savings accounts and bonds pay less, some investors move money into stocks to chase better returns. Third, future profits become more attractive when rates are lower. This is why tech and growth stocks often get extra attention during rate cut periods. But here's the part most people miss. The stock market does not wait for the Fed to announce the cut. Big investors often move before it happens. So by the time the Fed finally cuts rates, the good news may already be priced in. That is why sometimes stocks barely move or even fall after a rate cut. That is called buy the rumor, sell the news. And there's one more important twist. Sometimes the Fed cuts rates because the economy is in trouble. In that case, a rate cut is not a celebration. It's a warning sign. So next time someone says the Fed is cutting rates, stocks will explode, remember this. Rate cuts can help stocks, but they're not magic. You have to ask one simple question. Is the Fed cutting because the economy is healthy and cooling down, or because something is breaking? That difference changes everything. This is education, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing.